It is raining in F3 as these idiots try and get around Spa. And I just don't know what to say, to be honest. I'm just posting the link onto the server for everyone just to join in. But this is hilarious. Well, we have a full grid again. Second week in a row, I think third week in a row actually. We got a full grid in the fantastic F3. Ronson on the full wets, the only driver to do so. Ryan Shahinen, I'm going to be having words with you because you just have no concept of attendance or time. So we're going to be having strong words later on. Jaden Carpenter in the Ferrari. As Alex Courtois is not in his correct car, we're not going to restart just for that, but if something else happens, we will. And we're going to be seeing here, has someone started a lap yet? Why is Ronson on the full wets? I love it. I absolutely love it. As it is fairly lashing down though in this game. Czech Prime Minister about to start his first lap of the day. In the rain in Spa. In the Ardennes forest. As on the run into turn one, very famous, very chaotic. Takes that very slow, very snail-like. Getting a bit of wheel spin there on the exit of one. And speaking of Ronson, he's gone already. Up a Rouge, through Radio. No DRS because it is raining. As Matthew is retired, I don't know what's happened to him. As now, Mr. Czech Prime Minister Vacislav Kitrček, whatever your name is, heading down to Puhan, normally flat out or just dropping the gear. Ah yes, Ronson is serving a qualifying ban. Alright, fair enough. Now, coming up here to the back end straight. Can be tricky here. Traction can be a bit tricky. A bit of an overtaking zone if you're brave. Now, long run down. Normally DRS wide open. No, there's no DRS here. Sorry, what am I saying? But bus stop chicane now. For Czech Prime Minister, but qualifying's boring, you know, it's not a whole lot to talk about. He's going to set a 2 minute something, okay, you know, oh, 1 minute 59, well done. Yeast immediately goes faster by half a second, well done, bravo, boulabus, as we say in Ireland. And Lugoza, the biggest bitch in F3, goes even faster, and even Mason Piper, our resident freedom fighter, American cohort gentleman, goes even faster into the 157s. The question is, what is Max Jr. Bzikitsky and Ivan Belov going to do? Because they're the two ones here who have been exemplary so far for the first 2 races of the season. I'm eating Pringles because I'm hungry, you know. A good Pringles soup. What is your favorite Pringles? Chat. What is your favourite flavour of Pringles? Anyway, I've been going through Rouge and through Radion down the straight. Very famous here. Some amazing moments happen here in real life. Lando Norris almost losing his life here in the rain. Good evening, Luis Saligiero. Zeman, yes, it rains a lot in this game. It's almost reflective of global warming and all that jibber jabber. As I don't know what's going on there. We see a Haskell miles off the track, letting Mr. Bello through. He's a bit of a snap there of oversteer, going through no name now. Down to Poulon he goes. Drops the car into 6th gear. Bit of braking there. They're keeping it nice and relatively tight. Wasik at the moment in P2 after annoying me earlier on. I'm expecting to see loads of black smoke because the game is bugged at the moment. Because, you know, Codemasters best software developer in the country. Ivan setting a purple sector 2 though. Is he on pace for provisional pole? That is the question here. He hasn't used a whole lot of his battery. But here we go. As the Williams there letting him through. All the way now on the run down to the bus stop chicane. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's not going to make a difference to Ivan though. As he goes through quite cleanly there. Nothing too drastic. And this is going to be a 157. But it's going to be slow. It's going to be a 158. Slow for our championship contender. At the moment, America leads the Great Britannia. He's not on a lap though. It can be hard to tell who's on lap, who's not on lap, because obviously battery usage isn't as heavy in the rain. As Czech Prime Minister has had enough of qualifying, well, Wasik is definitely done here. Ronaldinho not really up in his time. Ryan Smith, a late addition this evening, slipping and sliding his way into the end of sector 2. Bo is playing Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And what time is he going to set? Mark Sternagel, one of the cleanest drivers you'll ever race against. Himself, Nick Hill. What's happening to Jaden? 2:14 for Jaden, Jesus. Himself and Nick Hill and a few others like that. Some of the cleanest drivers you'll ever meet. Good lads. No way Jaden's retired. Second at 2:14. Joe Hamster. First time on the grid this season for him after just forgetting to race in inverted commas for the first 2 rounds. Axel Foley has yet to set a lap as he's going through the bus stop chicane. Oh, Jaden has actually left the session. What's going on here? Well, Jaden, you're saying you're going to the hospital. I don't know if you're joking or not, but I hope everything's okay, mate. Doesn't excuse that slow time, but I hope everything's okay. Anyway, moving back on, we will continue with the show. As Axel went P10, faster than Louis F3, Louis F4, angry Louis person. I don't know, Louis something. Only just 4 drivers yet to set a time as Joe Hamster starting now. As he goes through turn 1. A bit of a wobble there, but that's okay. Yeast now on pole position for the moment. Is the track ramping up, or our driver's just getting better? Yeast nearly a second clear. Mason. Where is, though, Wyzikinski? Still yet to set a time for the Polishman. As Joe is heading into no-name corner now. And what is he going to do? What can he do as he enters into Puhan? Entering the 5th there. It's a bit lower than what we saw other drivers do, so it should be in 6th. Now, into the tricky parts here. Turns 14 and 15. He's approaching. As Ivan now goes fastest with a 1:55.748, half a second on the field. I was about to ask where Ronan is, but he's once after setting a 1:58. And what's this going to be from Joe? This looks to be relatively quick, to be honest. There's going to be a 56 or 57, I think. A 1:56.8, good enough for P3 at the moment. The Sauber is taking over the second row. As Wasik now on his next flying lap attempt. Czech Prime Minister is not happy at the moment. He is sad. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Czech Prime Minister. Ryan Smith currently setting a 2:01. That's almost as bad as Jaden. As Chris Patnow has stuck his car into P3 with a few minutes to go. Oh, the Czech Prime Minister thinks he could have been on the front row. Okay, well, don't worry. You've got the whole race to make up for it. Well, the Greekman, known to cause a bit of terrorism, currently in P4. And Sam Kent has stuck his car into P2. Very good from one of the bigger trolls in F3. So let's have a look at the championship standings at the moment in F3. I think Kalle Pukinen does them here. Yeah, he does, and he's a beautiful human being. Max currently leads the championship, I think. I just see results. I don't actually see standings. Where are the standings? Okay, yeah. So, Wyzikinski does lead currently by 6 points. Ivan Belov on 32, Max on 38. Then Yeast is in third. How is Yeast in third? With 23 points. Then Ryan the Tower. Oh! Ryan the Terrorist Shinen in fourth. Kamil Plaskosinski, whatever. Ronaldinho is in fifth. Mason Piper in sixth. Ronan in seventh. His teammate Matthew in eighth on the same amount of points. Kent in ninth. Chris Pat in 10th. And then it's an all-Greek 10th and 11th with Axel Foley in 11th. Kamil Blazikinski somehow is 12th. Alex Theodore in 13th. Luis Saligero is ahead of Luis Meriden as it's a Portugal 14 and 15. And it's a Poland 16 and 17 as Daniel the Black Wolf in 16 and Jakub Weselski, or Wasik as we call him, in P17. Kalle, you're a great man doing those standings. And we do see Sam back in limits. And Wasik has gone fastest. Luis Saligero! Luis Saligero, I'm on my phone reading, I'm not paying attention. Go on, Louis. Go on, Louis, F5. Louis F5 into P2. Track evolution must be playing a big part here. with just 2 minutes to go, it's got to be a question now of, you know, you need to get out there very quick if you haven't went out already. And there's quite a few drivers still in the pits. Brzezinski not out yet. Is he not going to set a lap? Well, he's left the pits now, but is he going to have enough time? That's the question. I don't think he does. He's going to be cutting a lot of corners here. Well, the championship leader is out, pushing away to get to the line. There's a bit of traffic in front of him. Joe Hamster not improving after one sector, and that's his qualifying done. Luis Saligero, his qualifying is done as well. Ivan Bello, though, about to start his last lap. Wasik's retired from the session, that's enough for him. Sam Kent not coming out for another run either. Daniel into P7. Yeast, after going P1 at one point, is now P8. Chris Patton, his lap, out lap. 45 seconds to go. Ivan, up Go Rouge, up Radion, no DRS, pushing along here. Is he going to be up in his time? That's the question. He is, yes, marginally, but it's not going to be enough at this rate. As Lewis has just probably set the lap of his life. He needs to find another 6 or so tenths, even with the improvement he has. As Ronan going P9. Mason Piper now into P1. Yeast into P2. As qualifying is coming to an end here, we're seeing a load of drivers finish their laps. Ronaldinho into P4. Wasik dropping from P1 to P3, but is that the end of it for him? Joe Hamster's not going to improve. Ivan is still only improving marginally. Let's see where he enters into his Sector 2 time. As he's passing through the timing line now. And he's improving by over a second and a half. This puts him right on the line for P1, P2, or P3. It's going to be very, very close. There's a McLaren behind it. I think that's Daniel, yeah, but we're going to ride on board with Ivan. What can he do here? Long run down here to the bus stop. Has to be pretty careful not to invalidate there. Doesn't do so. Breaking around the 100-meter border, maybe a bit before it because of the wet weather. Takes a bit of curb there, takes a bit of curb there, so be very careful on the throttle. Doesn't take any curb there, could use a bit more of the track, bit of wheel spin, but it's going to be a 153.9 for Ivan. And that is going to be qualifying, done and dusted. Brzezinski does not set a time. Ooh la la. And that is qualifying, done and dusted. Interesting qualifying session. Ivan left it late. Well, got there in the end. We just made over Mason and Axel to get into the bits as Yeast thinks he bottled it. I'm not saying it just because I want chaos, but I think there's going to be a lot of incidents this race. Well, Apo has, in fairness to Apo, I know Apo's been lazy with the shooting, but no, Matthew. But I've got a funny feeling if it's raining in this race, there is going to be a hell of a lot of incidents. Anyway, the man to beat, Ivan Bello in P1. P2 is Mr. Mason Piper. P3 is Macaulay Beard. Vasic rounds out the first two rows. Ronaldinho and Joe Hamster go into row 3. Shadow and Luis Saligero into row 4. Lugotza and Ronan hang out the rest of the top 10. Then Sam Kent, Daniel, Chris Pratt, Mark Sternagle, Axel Foley, Czech Prime Minister Ryan Smith, Jaden's not with us, Mick Schumacher and Matthew. Mick Schumacher or Max Jr. Brzezinski? Oh, it's just only overcast, it's not raining. As we're just waiting for people to finalize setups and everything else and strategies. I have to admit though, F3 does always give me a laugh on a Friday night. Just because of the amount of chaos that always ensues. As we are about to get underway. Very weird sounds there. 5 red lights, they are out. We are away in racing. Ivan gets off to a decent start, but here comes Mason Piper on the outside. There's already a bit of carbon fiber flying away. Mason going to make a move for the lead, not going to get it at the moment. The Ferrari though, he's staying there, and he is going to get the lead. These two are going to go side by side up a rouge, but it looks like it's going to end up in tears. Oh god, there's chaos further down the field. Mason Piper already getting the lead though, through that initial skirmish there. But here comes Ronaldinho on Macaulay Beard. Oh, down the Kemmel straight they go. And Mason and Ivan come to contact. It's not done yet though. As Ivan's got the advantage now. Mason's now making contact with Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho down there 2 positions. It's all happening here. I have to go through Les Combs. Sorry we haven't come to with the rest of the field just yet, but somehow Ivan Bello has kept the lead there on a crazy start. Brzezinski already have 5 positions. Vasic down loads as well. And it's all happening at the moment. Interesting start here. Let's just check the tyres to see what everybody's on at the moment. So a combination of softs and mediums. No one started on the hards. The top 6 all on the softs. Axel Foley getting past Chris Pratt. I need my soundboard. I need my soundboard. Oh, what's happened here? Oh no, Ronaldinho's... What's happened to him? Did he not just lose a wing? How is he teleported there? Well, there's a VSC deployed as half the grid is pitted. I'm literally looking through my phone for something there and I just missed all that. So Ronaldinho span, and then he took everybody's wing with him, and then either he reset the track or the game reset him to track. Well, Martin Lobb, Wrongson is up to P8 somehow. Mason has overtaken Ivan, and Yeast is still knocking about in P3. Now on my stream, it hasn't shown that we're back racing yet, so I'm not going to assume we are. Well, that was a bit strange. I'm guessing we're not. Everyone seems to be taking a handy here, as a lot of drivers have pit. As Lugo says, well done to whoever caused that 10-car pile-up. Ronaldinho might go. And that puts Joe Hamster up to P4, Sam Kent up to P5. Czech Prime Minister, after being P14 or P15, is now up to P6. Let's have a look at some of the position changes here. So Czech Prime Minister up 10. Mick Schumacher, also known as Max Jr. Brzezinski, up 12. Wrongson up 12. Jaden's not even in the lobby, bro. Up 7. Mason up 1. Ivan down 1, obviously. Then Joe up 2. And biggest losers all of 7, which is Ronaldinho, Shadow, Lugots, and Black Wolf. I'm just seeing all the way from P13 to pit. Now Joe into the pits. Interesting enough, getting his free pit stop into the safety car. Brzezinski as well. Are these people changing wings is the question we have to ask ourselves here. As the Hamster, long way into the pits for him. He is changing his wing. Is Brzezinski changing his wing? He's not. He's just changing tyres. Interesting. Chris Pat also into the pits. It's a very long VSC. Actually, it's a full course safety car. I'm just stupid. Which the game doesn't tell me that. It tells me virtual safety car, but then the stupid safety cars on the track. So P10 down has all pit. Interesting stuff. Brzezinski going in the mediums. Is he going to try and stretch the mediums over 20 laps? You would have to assume here that everyone who has pit at this point has... What? Why has Sam Kent been disqualified? And Joe Hamster's got a 10-second penalty? I have no idea what's going on here. Well, I have no idea what is going on. But anyway, it's another day in paradise in F3. Well, we are going to get underway soon. Well, Mason Piper is going to get us underway for this safety car restart, and I think he's gone quite early, to be honest. Or the safety car is just, for some reason, it's parked at the bottom of my map on the exit of 14. But we're away. I'm assuming we're underway racing. No, lobby bugs. Okay. Oh, now we have to go and find the grid. Why did you leave, Joe? Oh. This is the longest race in the history of long races in the Euro. If that's everybody, just go. We are still setting the grid. Should I get in the Ferrari? It's dry. Thank the fucking Lord. Let's get this bloody race over with so some of us can go to bed. Back at it. Remember your setups, frogs. How is it F4 can do their race in just over 1 hour? F3 hasn't even started their race. I love you all, but you're all too much. Polska górą. Polska górą. Right. For the second time this evening, 5 red lights in F3 are away. Out they go. And Mason gets an incredible start this time. Sam Kent up against Ronan as well. Further down the field, we see an Aston Martin making an ambitious little, or as Mercedes making an ambitious little lunge. As an Aston and the Kick Sauber have gone off the track with loads of black smoke. As Joe Hamster's got a 10-second penalty for a severe collision with Ronaldinho. I don't know what is going on there. These two yet again up the front battling as Ivan closing in towards the tail end of the Kemmel Straight. Wasik into P3, East P4, Shadow staying in P5. Luke Oates to Chris Pratt, and then Sam Kent round out the top 8. Axel Foley and Roland Clark out the top 10. Chris Pratt and Luke Oates, as someone goes off there towards Les Combs. I didn't see who that was. This looks like a Williams and a Red Bull. Is that Joe Hamster again? It's Ronson and Ryan Smith. I'm sure there's going to be a report of that. Anyway, further back up the field, Ronan Clark sitting in P10 at the moment. I'm sure everybody's on the same tires as what they started with last time. Yeah, pretty much. No one on the hards again. The top 2 though, no one's really getting away. If DRS was enabled now, there'd be a massive train up to P15. And then the 4 below that, just a further bit back down the field. So this is the moment Mason Piper, who's used a lot of his battery to get ahead of Ivan at the start here, as we finally finish one lap, full lap of racing. Yeast hunting for a podium, maybe denied a win last weekend in Monza. And he's now chasing down the Haas of Jakub Wazeliski. As we see them, it's a beautiful camera angle there. They're going up Radion and Eau Rouge. This track's had a big revamp in this game. And Yeast gaining with the DRS here, must be running very, very low wings, but it's not enough to make the move. As Chris Pratt and Ryan Shahinen coming to blows here. As Czech Prime Minister is gone, and that brings out another apparent virtual safety car. I swear to God, if this game bugs again, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to bed. VSC deployed. We did manage to get one full lap this time at least. Right, so nothing really happening now. Obviously, race suspended temporarily. As Sam Kent has got another 10-second time penalty. DRS is enabled. We're back racing. Green flags. As Ivan's overtaken Mason there. Missed that because Ryan Smith was admitting fault to an incident with Ronson. That's a terrible thing to do. Shadow dropping down, Wasik dropping down. He must have had a bit of a wobble there. Yeast, what is going on here? Is there just like a load of illegal overtakes or something? He's dropping like a stone down the grid. Czech Prime Minister is not happy. Wrongston into P16. Kent in the pits serving that penalty nice and early. That's a smart thing to do. As now Mason here, end of the Kemmel straight, is going to overtake Ivan Bello for the lead. Nicely done there by the American. And Ivan is going to have to chase him as Sam Kent has retired. He's had enough of that 10-second penalty. My love, Czech Prime Minister, you will bounce back, you will be stronger. And Shadow in P4 currently. As the race begins to settle down ever so slightly. Oh, Jesus, a bit of a wall there. No harm, no foul. Axel Foley and Ronan Clark are very, very close to the back of each other. Axel closing him into Ronan's diffuser here. And further back of the field, Max Jr. and Brzezinski on the charge. He started last, he's all the way up to P10 so far. Wrongston is still in P15. Ronaldinho P16 and Ryan Smith in P17. Mason saying the fastest lap of the race so far, 46.086. But Brzezinski replying immediately with his own fastest lap of the race in 145s now. And Ivan Bellows down to P3. Chris Pan and himself are going to go side by side up to Eau Rouge. There's a big incident there. And amazingly, Ivan keeps the car in one piece. Or does he? Well, it looks like he's got a bit of damage from that. Ivan did so well to save the car from nothing too serious, and now it looks like he's got a bit of wing damage. He's going to have to pit early. Yellow flag. As further up the field, there's more carnage happening, or is that just Sam Kent's car? It looks like it's Sam Kent's car. But Mason Piper now with a 1 second lead on Chris Pat. That was very, very close to Ivan DNFing. It's because that massive runoff area now in Eau Rouge. Because they've redesigned this track as the black smoke of death returns in all its 10 pixelated glory. The 8-bit. There's a lot of these things there. Yeast and Wasik fighting for P4 as there's more black smoke. It's everywhere in this bloody game. As the sun is arriving onto the track. Another VSC has been deployed. As how can Joe get a 10-second time penalty with a car that's not on the track? As the safety car has been, it looks like the safety car has been deployed. And then Mark gets a 10-second penalty as the majority of the field pits. Nobody too happy here. As G's saying he got 3 illegal overtakes as well. So, Ronan here in a very strong position. Oh, and the safety car is after bugging again. No. Oh, I really hope this lobby isn't bugged. I really, really hope this lobby is not bugged. What is going on here? Well, we see drivers into the pits. I see Yeast in P1. As I am here discussing the situation with other admins, trying to figure out what the hell. Well, Yeast is caught up to the safety car at Puhan. And I think it's okay now. But I don't know why the safety car just stopped there. Well, where's the safety car gone now? Alright, well. Well, that does it for F3.